Here we go. Our episode for today is a little close to reality. Our topic is what happens when you outgrow people.
Welcome to Processing Life with Ness and Yan. This podcast is where we process life out loud, messy, honest, and unfinished. Let's process life together.
So basically what we're asking here is, so what happens when you encounter or realize that your relationships are no longer aligned to who you are now or to who you are becoming? Okay, let's go.
This question hits home.
Yes.
And for me, it was especially true nung pandemic when, we had to fend for ourselves. And we were also, at that time, started to look inward and we started to realize so many things that no longer work for us.
Yeah. We just stopped doing the things na hindi na talaga okay sa atin.
Yung mga nag-run sa buhay natin on automatic.
Yeah.
That we became aware nung nag-shutdown ng buong mundo. And so for me, at first, it felt like losing something or losing someone. Like in this matter, relationships, like friends. It may be close friends or hindi naman masyadong close friends, but you lost a few people. And yes, yung term natin is we've just outgrew yung phase na yon na maybe it was better to just no longer in the same circle.
Yeah. The first thing that came up for me when I saw this topic is that it's a symptom of growth and healing. Losing people is part of healing. It's ironic and counter, right? But it's just the way it is. Sa akin, medyo mas malalim. I started losing people when I changed my life. When I decided to end a marriage. Syempre, when you've been married for more than a decade, you share friends. And when I decided to do that, I lost in touch with a lot of people. Very few ang mag-reach out to ask kung kumusta ka or to ask what happened. But at the same time, I'm glad din naman that with my ex, we refused to talk about it with other people. Hindi namin kunento kung ano nangyari. Even with relatives. Pero, nagbago talaga yung face ng buong buhay ko. Because, ang natirang friends ko would be friends pa from college. Like, before I was married. So, complete change of life. And, ngayon, I'm looking at it now. It was because I outgrew the idea that I need to stay married in order to fulfill, a role or a vision of society that you should be married, live happily ever after. It's good for other people that it works for them. I'm so happy for them. It just doesn't work for me. And I had to accept that it was not my fate to have that. Kasi minsan nandun ka sa bakit sa kanila ganon, bakit sa'yo hindi. So, doon na nag-start. And the people then, even until now, marami na rin akong not communicating with.
And I guess it comes with age na rin and maturity.
Yes.
It's okay. It's actually okay to keep quality people than quantity.
Kasi din alam mo na-realize ko din. So I still have friends and ikaw din from high school and college. And you don't know the trajectory of your life. You don't know, right now, you're all the same age, around the same age, but you don't know the level of maturity of every person. And you will only, kind of relate to the same people, na same kayo ng emotional maturity. And that's not a judgment, it's just the way it is. So, hindi mo pwedeng pilitin ang relationship kung iba na kayo ng, pananaw sa buhay. Otherwise, magko-conflict lang kayo.
Yeah. And I think, yung meron ka ng decision na at kalayaan to decide if you want to stay in that same relationship.
Yes.
If you still want to stay in touch with them, with your friends, with, with dati close kayo, ngayon hindi na.
And I think siguro nung bata tayo, or, okay, yes, it's like when we're children, when you have a favorite toy, you want to have it forever. So when you make a friend, you want to have that friend forever. And reality kicks in that it's not true. It's not real. It's not realistic. That's just how it is. We will lose people along the way. And it's gonna be part of life. Nung bata tayo na may tampuhan pa, may naiinis ka pa, may galit pa. But in our 40s, you just understand that wala, you can just stop talking to someone kahit hindi kayo magkagalit.
Like, life happens.
Life happens.
And
Life happens.
there are also some friends na kahit matagal na kayo hindi nag-uusap, kapag nag-usap kayo ulit, parang walang lumipas na panahon.
You're defining my friendships. That's really my friendships. I call it, low maintenance friendships. Na okay lang, we don't know the play-by-play of what's happening in our lives, but we know the milestones.
Yeah.
And pag nagkita kayo, like nandun kayo ulit, you're close right away. You know you can trust this person. You know you can say whatever. You can say stupid things and be silly. You can laugh. Pero you don't need to know everything. And iba-iba talaga. You just realize na the more you know who you are, the more you don't have to adjust who you are for other people. And that it's okay. Alam mo, when I look at college, mas marami kasi akong close friends ng college. Hindi mo akalain kung sino ang magiging ka-close mo at present. Iba yung barkada mo, pero who do you talk to now? And I don't know if it's proximity or you just happen to be in each other's circle. That's who you end up talking. I mean, even your sister from high school, I wouldn't expect that until now we would still be, talking to each other. Hindi dahil, doesn't have to be a close relationship. Kasi pareho kaming worked abroad. You wouldn't realize that you would still be in each other's circle at present. So I think that's part of it. But it needs to be emphasized that part of growth and healing is there will be end of relationships. I don't know how else to put that. Kasama siya.
Part talaga siya. And I guess yun din yung later on na-realize ko na oo nga. And it's okay. Na it's hard. It's hard kapag hindi na kayo same wavelength ng kapamilya mo, kaibigan mo, na parang biglang may disconnect na doon.
I was gonna say nga na let's go deeper kasi it's not just friendships.
Oh, yeah.
What about the people that you grew up with?
Yeah, even that. Mga ka-close mo, like, akala mo mga ride or die blood relatives mo. Pero,
as time goes by,
as you become more aware and you've reached different milestones in life, and wala, dadating talaga yung time na you're not the same people anymore.
What also comes into play here is the autonomy versus attachment. So this is from Dr. Gabor Mate, where he says, we are driven by two things. Autonomy, becoming, know yourself more, expansion, healing and growth, and just trying to be the truest version of who you are. Versus attachment, which means you're driven by belonging. You'll do everything to feel that you belong to a group, which is most often our family, friends from since you were a kid. These are safe spaces for us. We've always had that. So the idea of not being a part of that anymore frightens us. Like, literally magsishake ang katawan mo. The idea of leaving those safe spaces. But as we heal and grow, it just so happened that that's safe space, what used to be a safe space, can also become your cage. Because you're not allowed to go beyond that safe space anymore. Na if you step out, if you don't follow the rules sa safe space na to, di ka nakasama. And that hurts. I think we need to acknowledge that. You do lose people. But at the same time, it hurts.
And you just get on with it.
You do
And
it
it's
anyway.
okay kasi, alam mo, sa panahon din ngayon and sa age natin, hindi na tayo at least for us, hindi na tayo nagtatanim ng grudge or sama ng loob.
Or we'll take it personally.
Yeah, we wish them well.
Yeah,
We're just not on the same path anymore.
Yeah.
Or malay mo, maybe later on, pag na-reach na rin nila yun, or nando na sila, at ready na sila to go about growth, healing, becoming aware and all, then maybe mag-cross ulit landas natin. So I think, yes, it hurts. I acknowledge na growth and healing is not an easy route. It's not an easy feat. But I chose it because I know I'm better with it, and I know I'm better off working on myself and being driven to becoming a better version of myself than more than anything else outside of that.
Yeah. I think for me, healing is like a way of life where it feels lighter. So yes, it hurts when people don't understand what you do and they misunderstand what you do. But I cannot live trying to over-explain who you are, what you're doing, or I can't make myself small just so it's comfortable for them. I cannot shrink anymore. And in a sense, it shouldn't be that way, that my growth and my expansion or my decisions shouldn't be discomfort for someone. It shouldn't affect them in that way. But it can trigger them. It can trigger others. Kasi it might be saying, it's mirroring na, hey, are you also healing and growing where you are? Or you're comfortable where you are? Kasi healing is just really a change in perspective. Nagbago tayo ng pananaw sa buhay. We don't believe that you have to self-sacrifice your entire life in the service of others. We believe that we have our own relationship with God, na hindi kailangan kapareho on how others worship God. We worship God in our own way. And that has defined how we live our life. Ang hirap nang you have to keep, I don't know,
following a certain norm.
Yeah. And feel sad na hindi mo sila ma-please.
Yeah. That's one more thing. People pleasing.
Yes. So minsan, you lose the people because nag-stop ka na mag-people please. Kaya yung people who you used to please will be offended na hindi mo na sila piniplease.
Yeah.
Naggumawa ka na ng sarili mong way.
Or nagnuno ka na madalas. Hindi mo na na-enjoy yung mga dati nyong ginagawa. Hindi ka na nag-a-agree sa mga pananaw nila.
And also, yung how we want to isolate.
Yeah. How isolation and, hibernating helps us a lot for our own personal well-being.
Yes. Ang laki ng nabago sa atin because we have the time to unload, to process like what we're doing right now. And ako personally kasi I need to be alone so I can actually stop absorbing other people's energy. And that gives me time to figure out ano ba talaga nararamdaman ko, because when I'm surrounded by people a lot or by so many people, I can't hear myself. I don't know what I'm feeling, and that confusion spirals into depression. So it's self-preservation, it's survival, but also it's expansion. Ang hirap explain nun, every time, right? Na, sorry, I can't go. Sorry, I need to be here. Sorry, I can't reply to messages. And it's the people who stay with us that we are still friends with are the people that we don't have to explain ourselves to. Respects our way of life.
So true. And I'm glad na we're in this together. I'm glad na we get to do this and also have our alone time.
Sagutin natin ulit yung tanong. In a way, nasagot natin eh. What happens when you outgrow people?
Ang masasabi ko lang, what happens when you outgrow people is you live.
Ako, I wanna say liberation. I feel liberated because now I get to have real friendships, authentic relationships. hindi kailangan codependent na relationship. We don't have to be in each other's faces all the time.
And we don't have to be submissive too. Not just be compliant or adapt kung ano yung gusto ng nakararami.
And not lose sleep when someone disagrees with you or nagalit sa'yo, nagtampo. We don't have to lose sleep over that anymore. Na of course, kasama yung we used to. Nakakonsensya yun. Nakakonsensya ka ba?
Ngayon, wala nang guilt and shame.
Meron pa rin every now and then. But it's easier to sit with it. And not, go deep with the guilt and the shame.
Yeah, surface level na lang. For most of it, I think.
We acknowledge na, yeah, may guilt. Yeah, may shame.
Kasi ano rin eh, uneasy ka rin at times. But it's normal. It's giving me more space for myself and for my real relationships to thrive.
Yes.
Kesa ang dami ko ngang friends pero hindi mo naman alam kung sila ba yung
ride or die mo.
Oo, ride or die mo. Sila ba yung tribe na masasabi mo?
Yes. Na hindi mo kailangan i-mold ang sarili mo or
hindi mo kailangan over-explain ano yung pinagdadaanan mo, ano yung growth at healing na ginagawa mo.
So what happens when you outgrow people? Liberation.
Yeah. Freedom. Life. You live life better. You feel better.
Life goes on.
But life goes on.
Yes. Life goes on. That's what happens. Okay, I hope we shared a bit of that. Would love to hear your experiences as well. Have you started experiencing outgrowing people? May conflict na ba na nangyayari?
Or meron na bang, alam mong hindi na kayo on the same page ng mga matatalik mong kaibigan or anyone close to you?
Yeah,
we're happy to read or even listen to your comments. And again, if you have any suggestions for our next topic, feel free to message. Till next week.
Yay! Till next time.